Hello there, welcome to Yoga with Anja and welcome to Yoga During Pregnancy with me here on YouTube. I'm currently coming up to 31 weeks of pregnancy and I would love to hear in the comment section down below how far along you are and maybe how you're finding your yoga practice, how things are changing. Today's practice is solely focusing on the area of the upper body, so we do a lot of head, neck and shoulder release, also some for the upper back. If you can relate to have maybe a little bit of tension up there, or even if not, I think it just feels nice to release through that area, feel a bit lighter and just get our bodies moving in a way that feels nourishing. Today it's a lot of seated practice, so you might want to use a bolster. Myself included, I thought in the beginning, why do we need these bolsters? Why do we want to sit on them? But I think the bigger you're getting, the more you notice how nice it is to sit on a bolster or a pillow so your pelvis can tilt forward and you have space for your bump to expand. But feel free to sit cross-legged or in any other way that makes you feel comfortable, and I look forward to see you on your mat in just a moment. We begin today's yoga practice seated. We're coming into a comfortable seat of your choice, however you would like to sit. And just make sure that you're moving that fleshy part away from underneath your sits bones, so you're feeling grounded. And again, your pelvis has that light tilt forward. Gently place your hands facing down onto your legs. And then just roll your shoulders up to the ears. Really lift them as far as you can go. And then ever so slowly allow them to drop back and behind you. And we do that 2 more times. So shoulders are lifting forward all the way to the ears. And in a nice easy release, allow them to soften slightly backwards and down. And just once more. And then after this last round, allow the shoulders to stay slightly back, your elbows to gently tuck into your body, and then let's take a moment to soften down the eyes here. And as you close your eyes, if that's comfortable, or you can choose a spot on the floor if you'd rather have your eyes open, just notice how your awareness can now be withdrawn from anything else happening around you. And make that step onto your mat into this practice today conscious. So as you arrive in your body right now, let go of anything else happening around you. And again, sometimes we don't have to feel stressed, but life in general can feel like there is a lot of to-dos, a lot of things we still have to manage, and we feel slightly behind sometimes. Just allow these sensations that I almost imagine sitting on the shoulders to wash away. So with these circles you did before, the same idea as you're just sitting here, allow the shoulders to feel heavier and to drop away from the ears. And then start to move your awareness deeper within the body and start to move it towards your breathing. And notice this very light expansion as you're breathing in. Where is your body rising? And notice how your body is softening as you're breathing out. So you're inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. And this is just your natural rhythm of breath as of yet. And then let's begin together, breathing nice and deep through the nose now. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up nice and tall. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and relax. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest and belly have expanded. And exhale, soften for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 4. And for 3 rounds of cleansing breaths, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open your mouth and exhale for 4. Inhaling for 4. Again, open your mouth and gently side out, release. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling, last one for 4. Beautiful work, very, very nice. And then just start to settle into a more conscious and deeper breath rhythm of yours. And stay with your eyes soft, tuck your chin down towards your chest now. And as you do that, still keep the length in your back. So start to reach up through the spine. And it's only the upper spine that is rounding, head towards the heart. Gently squeeze your elbows again towards the side of your body. Shoulder blades are moving back and behind you. Notice that light sensation of stretch across the tops of your shoulders, maybe the upper back. And breathe into it here. Take a nice, deep, nourishing inhale and exhale. Very nice. And then slowly lift your head back to center. Feel free to have your eyes open as well. And then start to look all the way up towards the ceiling. And as much as you feel comfortable, allow your head to tilt or maybe even drop back. And as you're breathing, noticing these different sensations, or as before you were bowing head to heart, now you're opening chest towards the ceiling, throat towards the skies. Again, that nice gesture of receiving, opening. Very, very good. And then bring your head back to center. And from here, turn your head towards your left shoulder. So start to look all the way towards the left side of your mat. And maybe even behind you, depending on how far you can go comfortably. Again, keeping the shoulders slightly behind, the back lifted, but make sure your belly is nice and relaxed here. With every out breath, imagine softening the muscles along the right side of your neck. And then let's inhale, coming back to center. And exhale to the other side. And that's another thing in pregnancy, I think we really need to acknowledge and start to move a little bit slower. And slower doesn't mean lazy. It can really mean with more awareness, becoming more in tune with the body. So use this time when we stay for longer to really feel into it, to breathe into it. And let's do that one round now with a breath. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, look straight forward. Exhale, chin moves up, throat is opening. Inhaling back through center, very nice. Slowly turning to the left. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Breathe in, come back through to center. Breathe out and look as far towards, maybe past the right shoulder as it feels good. Very, very nice. And then bring your head back to center, head over the heart. Drop your chin back to your chest once more. But now start to roll your head to the left shoulder. And we're creating a few circles now. So moving the nose up towards the ceiling, towards the right shoulder. And keep these circles slow today and as small or as big as you would like to go. And really visualize drawing these circles with your nose. Breathing through it. If you start to feel dizzy, then slow it down even more. And now let's change, moving over to the other side. So chin again tucks to the chest. Then look towards the right side, or whichever way you've done first. Head is moving up. And again, you're visualizing drawing nice big circles or smaller ones with the tip of your nose. Very, very good. And then after this round, just ever so slowly come back to center. Take a moment to pause. Let's take 3 really small shoulder circles. So not like before where you use the whole range of motion. This is just a very gentle round. Beautiful work. And then again, coming into upright seated posture, drop your head now to the left shoulder for a nice stretch along the side of your neck. If you would like to deepen it, extend your right arm, and for another extra sensation, place the hand onto your head. Have a look. If your chin is stuck forward, tuck it back. That's what I wanted to say. So keeping the head over the heart. And maybe reclosing the eyes here to breathe into that next sensation. And every breath out, and you can release that through the mouth as well, is a chance to soften the muscle, a chance to ease into your body. Very, very nice. And then slowly release your hands back down, release the head back to center, and then right ear to the right shoulder. Again, mirror what you've done on the first side. You don't need to add any extras. You can just simply have the head to one shoulder. And coming into a nice deep abdominal breath. Belly is relaxed. Chest and belly are rising on the inhale, softening on the out breath. Beautiful work. And then again, release your arms down, slowly lift the head back to center. And now take your right shoulder and start to draw really big circles just with the right side. And you might notice in comparison to when we do both, you can now almost slightly twist towards the side. So you're trying to access the full range of movement with that shoulder. Inhaling, when you drop it, exhale. Very, very nice. And then for the other side, take your left shoulder forward towards the ear and then behind you. Notice how your side body is lengthening as you lift the shoulder and then drop it. By the way, if you need to change your seated posture at any time to start to move into another way of sitting, beautiful work. And now we're going to alternate it. So right shoulder comes back, then the left shoulder. And just allow your head to very, very lightly move into that flow. So the head is not really staying stiff. You might feel a bit of heat coming up in the body. Again, during pregnancy, we need to ensure, obviously not in this practice, that we're not overheating, but you might notice it a bit earlier coming up for you now when you do any kind of movements. Beautiful work, very, very nice. And then slowly release. Bring the shoulders back to center and then bring your arms parallel to the floor. Push the heel of your hands away and stretch the fingertips towards you. Imagine you're pressing your hands against two walls on either side and relax the shoulders down. So this is now moving into the arms more. Inhale here, fingertips towards you. And exhale for the opposite movement. Stretch your fingers down and towards your forearm. Fingers are spreading wide. Imagine you're pushing the wrist slightly away from you now. And then for one more round with the breath, inhale, flexing the hands. Exhale, pointing the fingers towards you. Beautiful work. And then bring your hands parallel to the floor like a warrior two variation. Flip your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, take a full breath. Stretch your hands up and overhead. Palms come into prayer. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Twice more. Inhale now with the full length of your arms. Take them up and overhead. Exhale, release. Very nice. One last round. Inhale. And exhale. All the way back down. Beautiful work. If you're sitting on a pillow or a block, you can stay there, of course, but you could also now come into a cross-legged seat, so you're a bit closer to the earth. Make sure again your bump has enough space, your hips are slightly back, you're sitting comfortably on both sits bones, and then take your left hand down onto the earth, stretch your right arm up, and then all the way overhead. And for today, look towards the right side, towards the right knee or the armpit. So you're really focusing on that side body here. Keep your torso nice and long, nice and lifted, and breathe here for a couple more rounds. Keep relaxing and softening into the stretch on the out breath, maybe bending the body slightly further to the side if you can. Really, really good. And then let's take it back through to center. This time right hand down, left arm up and overhead. Again, elongate through both sides of your body and then start to lean over to the side. Tucking the chin slightly down, looking towards that left side of your mat. And just feel that from your hips all the way through the waist into the fingertips, you're creating a beautiful long line. Relax the body on the out breath. And then 2 more rounds with the breath. Inhale back through center, very nice. Exhale, look to the right, stretch up and overhead. Inhale. And exhale, side body stretch. One last round, breathing in, breathing out. Once more to the right. Very, very good. Now keep that left arm up. Bring the opposite hand up and overhead as well. Interlock your fingers. Push the palms up. Tuck your chin to your chest. And see when you do that if you can bring your pinky fingers a bit further towards the back of your mat now. And visualize the length through the spine. Your sits bones are heavy, knees are relaxed, but you're trying to elongate and reach out of your torso here, creating more space to breathe. Inhale, look through center and then all the way up toward your palms once more. Take another in-breath here and an out-breath to slowly, slowly release. Very nice. So we're going to move into child's pose, into Balasana from here. So make sure you have enough space around you. Bring your big toes together, knees as wide apart as you feel is comfortable for the hips. And then start to extend your arms forward. And again, the further along you get, the more you might notice that there is a bump which is touching the mat underneath you. And you should be proud of that. But it might not feel nice to lower the head all the way down towards the earth. So this is up to you. You can keep the head lifted or release it fully towards the earth. But either way, stretch your fingertips as far forward as you can. Plug your shoulder blades down your back again. Tuck your chin slightly to the chest. And just very gently push your hips down toward your heels. Take a moment to close your eyes and allow your body to arrive here. Allow your body to get a bit of that sense of surrendering, of softening towards the earth. And we come back to a 4 count breath now. So take an in-breath deep into the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale, lengthen the body. Maybe stretching the arms further forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now really relax the body towards the earth. 3, 2, 1. Release. Very nice. And then slowly lift your forehead off the mat. Walk your hands a bit closer in toward you. And then take your palms to the left side. Don't go too far here so your belly again has space. And then keep your left arm bent toward your knee. And just stretch your right arm away from the body. Notice that the right shoulder is more lifted, but try to drop it so your shoulders are evenly on one line. Head relaxes down again, maybe on the earth, maybe lifted. And then with your right hand, visualize that, or you actually do it, that you're pushing the mat away from you. And as you do that, you might notice your hips sinking a bit closer to the right heel. Send your breath into the right side body between those right ribs. Take another in-breath. Another out-breath. Very, very nice. And then come back to center. And for the other side, move the body to the right. Keep the right arm bent. Extend your left arm away from you. Again, shoulder in line, head relaxes. And right away, coming to that deep abdominal breath. As you push the mat lightly away with your hand, notice if that allows your hip to drop towards that left heel more. Another in-breath here. And an out-breath, lift the head. And then find your way back to center. And we're going to move up into tabletop. So bringing the knees together, hip width apart. Curl your toes under so you can push the feet down towards the earth. And bring your palms right underneath your shoulders. Take a moment to just neutralize your spine here. So the head is reaching forward, tailbone back. And notice, especially now, if you tend to hyperextend, that your elbows are bending slightly to the outside. So you're not bending down, but you're opening the elbows so they're facing away from one another. Take an in-breath here. And what we're going to do today is cat pose. So we're moving between this neutral back into a cat stretch. So you're inhaling to lengthen and then start to tuck your tailbone lightly under. So not actively do something here. Again, you want to keep belly and that area relaxed. And then tuck your chin to your chest, look towards the navel and really press your hands and your feet down towards the earth. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And exhale again, round your back, lift the shoulders up and imagine breathing into that space of your back body. 3 more rounds. Inhale through center. Exhale, cat. 2 more rounds. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, press the mat away with fingertips, with toes, round, round, round. And last one, breathing in and breathing out. Very, very good, beautiful work. And then as you come back to center, keep your toes as they are. And for heart to earth pose, puppies pose, stretch your arms forward, keeping hips over the knees. Then come onto your forearms. You might want to widen your knees slightly more. And then drop the forehead down towards the mat. Again, like you did before with your hands, think of pushing the mat forward and away from you. Allow your chest, your heart to bow towards the earth, your bum to relax. But now lift the hips back and up. So send a bit of energy through the sit bones, through the base of your spine. And whereas before we were stretching the upper back, now you can allow yourself to come into more of a back bend here. See if you can soften with the out breath. Make sure you feel safe here. And if you would like to try and see how it feels with the elbows lifted, you can extend your arms a little bit further. Maybe get a bit of deeper sensation. Let's take one more in breath here. One more out breath. Very, very nice. And then walk your hands toward you. Nice and carefully, making sure you have a good grip. And then for one downward facing dog, curl your toes under, have your feet hip width or even mat width apart, and then lift your hips back and up. And for today, as we're focusing on the upper body, I would just like you to bend your knees and to lift the hips a bit higher so you feel long and tall in the spine. Then do the movement of yes with your head. And no. Very, very good. A circle one way. And the other way if you're still happy to hold down dog. Beautiful work. And then bring your knees down towards the earth. Toes are curled under. Sink your hips towards your heels so you're coming into a kneeling stance. And then for gentle cat and cow seated, inhale, arch your back, lift your chest. Exhale, round, look toward your bump. 2 more, inhaling to open. Exhaling to round. Last one. Very, very nice. And then come back into a neutral spine. Make sure you have enough space. And then take your left arm forward, all the way up and behind you. And if it feels nice, then follow your hand with your gaze. And then changing the side, reach your right arm forward, up, all the way behind you. Very, very nice, beautiful work. And then slowly release. Release both hands down onto your thighs. And as a gesture of sealing off our practice today, palms are facing up. You can also untuck your toes if you feel it's a bit too much pressure on your feet. Although sometimes it can be a good practice to breathe through it, stay with it. But again, choose one or the other option. Lift your heart, roll your shoulders away from the ears, and then close down the eyes. Relax your forehead, your eyes. Relax your cheeks, your ears, the area around your mouth and your jaw. Allow that softness to move down the throat, along the side of your head, your neck. Allow it to wash over your shoulders, relaxing the arms all the way into the fingertips. Notice your heart softening with the breath. Your bum feels nice and relaxed. Your lower back is keeping you nice and upright. But you feel that softness even washing down the area of the hips, down through the thighs, the lower legs all the way into the toes and down towards the earth. And within this body that is more calm, more relaxed after your practice now, just take another few rounds of breaths, feeling alive, feeling the right amount of energy you need for your day or the day ahead, rest of the day. And then slowly bring your palms into Namaste, Namaskar at the center of your heart, and just gently press your hands together. Notice that warmth, that gesture of gratitude as you then bow your head down towards that miracle happening within you. And as gratitude toward yourself for growing this life, or these lives within you. Take a deep breath in, deep as you've taken all day today. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let go. From my heart to yours, Namaste.